Now it's on. Hey guys, we are back here for the night's match at the Mad Apple Billiards and Burgers. Joined with us today, we got a couple of guest commentators. Go ahead and tell these guys who you are.
I'm Bill Grossmeyer.
And Coleman Grossmeyer.
All right, and who are you guys guests for?
Guest for Jeff.
All right. So we might have a little bit biased call in today. I'm not going to say they're going to do it, but it looks like we're playing a race to 14 9 ball. And it looks like Jeff won the leg, so I'll let you guys take it from here.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Playing 9-ball today. 3-foul rule. No 9 balls on the break. The challenger, Jeff Martin. Your reigning WSPA A 9-ball champion. Starts out with a pretty nice break.
I can't tell if that 3 helped him or hurt him there.
I think that he might be able to see the edge of the 1 ball, or at least he's looking at it like he can. It's a tough opening shot. He's going to leave James with a shot at the 1 ball. I think our key ball this rack's going to be the 5 ball. It's going to be the hardest one to make sure you're getting shape because you have to get shape on the 7 after. Overcuts the 1. Let's Jeff back up to the table. I think he plays 2 rails here, end rail, side rail. Looks like
Looks like going just end rail.
Yeah. A lot thinner than I
That's
thought.
Touchy shot. Kind of fortunate to run into the 7 there. Slow him down a little bit because he would have been all the way down here on the end.
I think he almost would have rather missed the 7 so he could shoot the 2 in the side. Tough miss on these tight pockets. First game jitters.
Just
A little bit more pace
ultra
needed.
thin cut. I'm looking at it here. He doesn't have a angle on. He's going to have to go to the rail. Staring like right down the barrel of it.
I think he's okay here. He's just got to stay on this half of the table and he's all right. To be on the 3. Missed it. I think once both players settle down, we're going to see some really good pool today.
Yeah, I've been watching James shoot the past couple of weeks, and he is a very strong player.
I believe you said this is his 6th week?
Yep,
7th week?
It's either his 6th week or he's won 6 weeks.
Here it is. I think he can shoot that 5 without an issue. I'm guessing he's going to play this to shoot the 7 in the side. So he doesn't have to hold the cue ball too much. Doesn't have to do much with it.
Little bit of a touchy shot, but I think the 8's in a fine spot for it.
Yep. think he could have left himself a little bit more angle here, but I don't see this being an issue for him. Nice shot. James is on the board, 1-0.
Yeah, I think if Jeff kind of gets a good look at it where he can really settle in, I think we'll be in for a really good match here.
Yeah, I mean, James definitely has the advantage of having played here the last couple weeks.
Hey guys, real quick, we do have a guest in the comment section. He will be called the Pool Stat Guy. He'll be keeping some stats for us today. So if anyone out there, if you guys are liking the stats, you can go over to his Facebook page, Pool Stats Guy. He'll possibly be doing some collaborating with us on our pro events and stuff like that and King of the Hill matches. But today's kind of like a test run, and he's just going to be putting some stuff in the comment section. So shout out to the Pool Stat Guy. And yeah, if you see something in there, just kind of let the folks at home know what he's putting out there.
All right, awesome.
James breaks dry, giving Jeff a shot at the table. Really good speed on that. Looks like the 3 passes the 8, so you should be able to just draw to the rail off the 2 ball.
Kind of funny over the 4 here, but
I think the benefit for him is he's a little bit a ways from it, so he can he's jacked up, but he's not shooting right on top of it. This will be kind of his key shot is the 4 to the 5 for sure. This rack. A tough miss for him. And he scratches. That's about as bad as it could have gotten. James to the table with a really good opportunity here.
on that 3 ball, I will give Jeff the excuse of the guy right in his line of sight waving to somebody behind Jeff while he's down on that shot. Just fantastic.
I'm guessing he's going to play 2 rails out.
Yeah, just kind of watching James the last few weeks, he really doesn't let you make many mistakes without just absolutely brutalizing you for it.
Left himself a little bit of a tester on the 7, but he can be on either side of the 8 and be all right here.
Just not right at it.
About 50-yard line. He can just play a little draw it to the side rail and let it die there. This one to go up 2-0. Nice shot by James. Nice run by James.
Chris Binder, good to see you tuned in. Suppose we could go over a couple of Jeff facts here while we're waiting for the rack. In the nickname section, said a few years ago I was placing high in tournaments often. Derek Sitzman would call me Cash Money Martin, and Jim Schmidt would call him Making Money Martin. And he's 40 years old.
All right, James to break rack 3. Interesting position to break from dead center. See a lot of guys breaking from the side, you know, as a pretty standard 9-ball break. This looks like a pretty good rack for Jeff to get in a rhythm here.
Got to make that first one, though.
Yep. Yeah, he's gotta find a way to calm his nerves down.
Yeah, I'll tell you, playing the Jesters division last year, I remember my first week was very hard to wrap your head around mentally. Just, it's just you and the other guy at the table, but kind of in the back of your mind, that other people are watching, and just kind of can kind of cause you to maybe overthink a couple of shots and just try and do a little bit too much.
You think that's what it was?
Definitely doesn't have anything to do with my low level of play. I would mostly blame it all on people watching.
Be interested to see if James attacks that 8-9 early or if he plays safe off it. He might be playing safe off the 5 now. I think he can roll it in and be all right. It's a tough miss by James. Rolled out pretty good for him, though. So like Jeff will kick one rail at it the long way. Gets a hit. I think James has some options here. He can be aggressive, shoot the 5. I think he's got to jack up a little bit and hit it pretty firm to get to the rail and back out for the 6. Or it looks like he could almost shoot nearly straight at the 5 and roll on the back of the 8. Push the 5 up table. Shoots it. It's a tough shot. Gives Jeff a solid chance to get up here. So it looks like
Slow
he's going
down.
to roll that 6 in, and then I wonder if he's going to play an angle to try to push that 8 off, or to push the 9 off the 8 from the 7 ball.
Yeah, really where he's at now, that's
Unless he
Probably
can,
both
if he
of them.
can flatten it out, stay down there, and then
come
play
back
behind,
the 8.
yeah, play behind the 8 off the 7, which looks like that's probably what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think he's got a great angle for that here.
Here's one you just. Speed is a big one here. You got to let the spin take, but you got to have enough oomph on it to get behind that 8-ball.
Decides to knock it out. Really good shot.
That's going to work out just fine for him. Draw it back a diamond maybe and shoot that 9-ball and get your first one on the board. Will he shoot it in the side? Sure enough. What do I know?
Yeah, it turns out if you go on the side there, it just gives you fantastic shape. Making money, Martin, on the board.
I've never called him that in my life.
I'm gonna
Losing
start.
money is a lot more what he does when I'm around.
I'm gonna start.
From this day forward. It's a big win for Jeff. Get on the board. Shake some of the nerves, hopefully. Get ourselves a match going here.
Yeah, as long as Jeff's got his cue on the table there, we can talk about it a little bit. It's a 30-inch Jacoby tulip wood into ebony Roundsville blank with a 31-inch 12.75 millimeter Divini keelwood shaft with a Howe medium tip, weighted at 19 1/4 ounces.
All right. See what Jeff can do here on his break. More traditional side break. Hits him pretty good. Nothing falls. Surely James will be pushing out here. Where do you push out to is the question. What do you like?
You know, I'm just absolutely horrid at push shots.
Yeah, just the push
I
shots.
just feel like there's not a lot of shots where I put myself that the other guy definitely has nothing or no clue what to do with it, where I'm like, oh yeah, I got you here.
This is a piece of advice I got many, many moons ago was that you never give a push shot back. But boy, that doesn't seem right either. From here, I don't know if you can tie something up. Maybe tie the 6 and the 3 up. Push the 4 on top of the 5.
Looks like what he's going for is push the 4 into the 5 and 7.
I don't know.
The
Does it
only-
look like he's got the angle to kick that 1-ball, 1 rail? Easy enough?
You know, he missed that 2-ball on the same sort of shot. You know, missed the hit altogether on it. I don't know if this one's much better.
It's it's so far off to the one side of the pocket that this is one you can miss too. You can miss or you can just double kiss it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna end up pretty good there to get back behind the stack.
Yeah, a little bit of a fortunate roll for him here. One rail kick on the 1. Wonder if he'll play it with some pace and try to hit it square. Played it with pace.
He didn't turn out all right there.
I think he just snuck behind the 7 with the 1 ball to cover it.
Our pool stat guys in the comments there.
Got to be pretty tight here. One thing Jeff's really good at is seeing whether a ball passes or not. Looks like he's shooting right at it. Sure enough.
It's
It's
gonna do
a
all right to
solid
come
shot
back.
if it holds up for him.
It looks like that one's gonna
Pretty-
cover up pretty good.
Pretty good effort by Jeff.
Pool stat guy says James gets 8 shots on average after every foul by Jeff.
Some pretty in-depth stats here. This one, I'd be tempted to try to hit the 1 fairly square.
Do like a kick and stick sort of
Yeah.
deal.
Try to get that 1 up table.
Ooh, just sneaks past the 7.
I think Jeff will be able to see that on the side, though, from what it looks like. If he wants to go that route.
I would agree with you.
His biggest challenge here is going to be speed. He's either got to play to the other side of the table so he can shoot the 2 in the corner, or he's got to try to hold it up so he can shoot the 2 in the side. Ooh, overcut it just a touch.
But the cue ball stops in a great place for Jeff.
Nice shot by James. Unfortunately, he hits the 2.
This is a pretty good look for Jeff here.
Yeah, this is a rack that I think, certainly he's expecting to get out himself. He's expecting to get out, and I would think he's a favorite to get out here too. Nothing tied up. I think your key shot is going to be the 3 onto the 4. Make sure you're not running into the 5 or anything.
On balls like that 1 ball, do you feel more comfortable going forward into the rail and back out, or drawing off like Jeff did?
Depends on how much I've been playing. Honestly, in that spot, I think you're fine drawing out, because really you're basically playing to half of a table.
Ooh.
This one,
He's almost got to come back to the backside of the floor.
yeah, I
now.
think he's going to wind up shooting that 4 in the side now. I don't know if that was his plan the whole time, but I think he can play down the rail a little bit here, shoot the 4 in the other side.
Ooh, I think I got away from
Pass
him quite a bit there.
Expect to see a safe here.
Yeah, maybe play the 4 into the 8 and just
Use the 8 like a bumper.
Yeah.
Keep your 4 up there and plant the cue ball on the back of the 7.
you could do the same thing and take a run at the 9. The only issue there is if you miss the 9 by not enough, you hang it, and that's not good either.
Like he attacked that.
Yeah, I think I would have liked to see him play the 4 into the 8 there and just snug up behind the 7.
Yeah, pretty aggressive shot there. Like I said, he's really good at knowing if a ball passes or not. So if he was shooting that, I gotta think it passed. James is in kind of a spot here. Where do you play safe if you don't want to shoot it? Bank the 4. Try to get your cue ball up behind the 9, up by the 8 and 9.
I think
And that's
that's
almost
be it, but you're hoping for a lot.
that's almost as hard as shooting the 4. Is he going after the 9 here?
drilled
What
it.
a shot.
Fantastic.
What a great shot by James. Give you a run for your money as the combo king.
I think he's still got some work to do.
That's a big time shot there.
That's one of those shots where if you're kind of starting to catch a gear a little bit and all of a sudden you drill a shot like that, that can just
Yeah, this could start getting away from Jeff if he's not careful.
Yeah.
James has changed to a side rail break.
Pool stat guy was right. He does like racking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And dead racks himself.
That's brutal.
Not really what you're after there, I think.
I will say, pattern racking. If he's soft breaking, I'd have an issue with it. But he's up there, he's hammering them pretty good, so I don't have an issue with it. That's when you get the pattern rack into a soft break that I start to have an issue with it.
The Corey Duel situation.
Yeah. Okay.
Just gonna have a look at it. It's gonna be a pretty tight shot. I know I struggle with the balls close like that. Also far apart, and also medium apart.
Basically, there's two balls on the table. You're gonna have a problem.
Yes.
Looks like he's got the angle. He can shoot that one ball, get out and do something with the two. I can't tell if the 3-5 is
think
wired to the pocket.
Yeah, from here the 3-5 is laced. You can look down the. If you look at the table and look, because you're looking like right from the pocket, the 3-5 is right dead down the center.
All right, now he's made the one. He's in control of the rack. This will be a good indication. If he shoots that 2 in the side, I would assume that the 3-5 is wired. If he plays safe, I'm going to assume that it's not wired. It's a tough miss. That's a tough angle. That's one that if you hit the outside of the pocket, it's not always going to fall in. What do you play a bunch of inside here? Try to stay down for the 6.
I think you're thin enough. You keep it there pretty decent.
It's got to hold
You
up.
try to.
Might have hit that window perfect. Nice shot.
Yeah, he's shooting real well today.
A little bit funny on the 7 here. Just play up to the end rail and just like that. Uses the second rail to kill the cue ball a little bit. Nice speed on that.
Came down a little
Ooh,
further than he likes,
yeah,
but
a
I think
little
he
bit
should make
tough.
this no problem.
Nice out by James to make it 4-1. What other lies does he have on his player profile there?
Let's see. What is your practice schedule like, and what type of things do you like to work on?
Never practices, never works on anything.
That's about what he said. When I do play at home, I just rack the balls and play, or throw a few balls out and hit them. About the only thing I might do that resembles an actual drill is shooting long, straight-in shots. But I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, except he's been warming up incessantly for 2 months getting ready for this thing. Really nice break by James, but that 8-ball's going to roll right in the way.
Cleared out for him pretty good.
Here's a chance for him to really jump up. Get out and put some pressure on Jeff. It'd be tricky to get on the 3 from here. Wonder if he can play the 3-5 combo, 3-7-5.
He's gonna end up.
Wound up tough. There it is, 3-5. That's a really nice shot.
And the 3 comes out.
Yeah, keep
perfect for him.
3 ball from rolling behind the 7. Get on the 4 here, and I think Jeff's in trouble. A little bit steep on the 4. I don't think he'll have any issue. Oh no. Didn't do Jeff any favors. Good news for Jeff is that 4 is in the corner, hanging on the front edge of that pocket. He decides to kick to the left, but it looks like he's going one rail.
Can he get there off one? He's gonna have to spin it pretty heavy, I
He's
think.
gonna have to spin it, but like I said, with that 4 ball kind of on the front edge of that pocket, I think he gives him a bigger ball. Well, he's got to spin the heck out of that.
And to spin it, there's no
You
shot to
see
get
him
back down for the 6. Just how slow you have to hit it to actually go.
See him go 2 rails at it. Possibly a third one. Hit the short rail right in front of the 4. Enough speed to pocket it and get up for the 6 in a perfect world.
That would be ideal.
If you hit it 2 rails, I think it's going to die up there on you.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. That can be a dream crusher there. You know, James with a uncharacteristic miss. And then, you know, for Jeff to not have a shot really at it. I would think we're going to see James clean him up here pretty easy.
Yeah, because play is just kind of come back and kind of play middle table off the 7. Another miss.
Jeff has to make this one
Yeah,
hurt.
I mean, he's got to get out here.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If he wants to stay in this match, it's got to happen now. I think just center table. Here I like to pick a spot. I say to myself, you know, where that head spot is. I'm just trying to get on a line between that head spot and the pocket. Anywhere past that. That's perfect.
Okay. Just right to wrap around and take the 9 in the same pocket.
It's gonna get a little steep on it.
Yeah, he really needed that one. I think if we go 5-1 there. James is starting to run away a little bit.
We're still, I mean, it's easy to say that, you know, in a race to 14, 5-1, you're still in it, but boy, that's tough.
Yeah, that's a
Especially against someone playing as well as James is. That's tough.
that's a big momentum swing there, because not only did he miss to let Jeff out, but he missed twice. You know, had 2 balls that we just wouldn't expect James to miss just from watching him the last few weeks. So
The 6th ball, I'm guessing because he was tight on the rail with his cue ball.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was a lot of it. Well, I just breaking him pretty good.
yeah, don't really mind the 1 dropping there. You know, he's got a 3-4 combo, but the 4's pretty well hung in the pocket.
Yep.
Any contact will drop it. So you just gotta, just like that, just soft enough to keep the 3 on the table, and he's in pretty good shape. Kind of funny getting back on the 5. I don't know if it passes the 9. I don't think it does, just from our angle here.
I think you can play like 2 rails. Get behind it, play some left on it. Look at stack on the 6.
Just uncovered nicely there. He is going to be running towards the 8-9, but he could draw back to the rail and just take the 6 all the way up. Won't be too bad. Or 6 on the side.
Here it is, a little bit of a funny angle, but should be able to like slow roll it in, let your cue ball drift up without moving too close to the center of the table. Taking some time to think about it. Hangs up on him. That's that inside English makes that a tough shot.
Yeah, I think with it that steep, I mean, could he have punched over there and got to the short side of the 7, or is that just asking a lot?
I think that was asking a lot. What hurt him there was that he was, he was jacked up a little bit, cueing over the 9, like not jacked up, but he's still striking down at the ball. That makes it incredibly tough. Another uncharacteristic miss.
He was kind of stabbed at that one, didn't really stroke. And
I think
watch him walking away from the table, he's swinging his arm back like he knew he just kind of stabbed at it instead of a nice easy stroke. So
I think he was a little bit thinner on that than he wanted to be. So he was trying to hit it thick and then draw without touching the rail, or like draw straight up to the 8.
it's going to be
Is he cutting this in the side?
no, should be going up to the corner with this, I believe. Or up to the side, because
Yeah,
he's
you believe,
just,
huh? That's a shot. Don't get dead straight. Might as well be. Roll forward and shoot the 9, or get aggressive here. He's going to get aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Punch it. Just enough to get out to be able to make the 9 a pretty makeable shot. So yeah, that 7 ball, I didn't see that hanging for James there. That's just really unfortunate.
I think a lot of that was just he wound up a little bit thin on it. He rolled that 6 ball in the corner, and his cue ball just didn't come up far enough. He's trying to draw straight up, shake it off, get ready for the next
go forward, go side rail, and end up all right for the 8, or is that not something you're into?
Yeah, I think he could have played top on it and been all right, but it is
Nerve wracking because you got to hit it relatively close to that side pocket.
yeah. No easy shot for sure. Three to four for Jeff Martin on the comeback trail, as it were. Does cue ball get away from him that time? He's got a shot at the one, but
How do you get back for the 3?
I don't know if you want to get back for the 3. I don't think that goes anywhere.
Slid just nice past the 7.
I wonder if he can play like off the right side of the 3 and play like 2 rails, try to get under the 7 and the 4.
Not bad. Doesn't really leave an attacking shot for James. I think he would have liked to dug in behind the 8 a little bit there, but that's another one where you're kind of hoping a lot goes right.
I like the idea of putting the 8 and 9 real close like that. Even if James does get down that far, he's got to make a pretty solid shot to get out. Higher percentage of getting back to the table.
Yeah, I think he's just going to run this long.
Yep. How about a ball short of being really, really locked up?
Yeah, that was definitely on the right path.
What do you do here? Shoot the 3.
Pretend to play a safe, and leave somebody dead straight into the side with a way to get onto the 4 probably.
Think 3 up table. Try to sit your cue ball between the 8 and the 9.
Yeah, because if you do that, I think because you do have to kind of cut it.
He might be going after the 9 here. We'll carry him on the 9. He did.
What a shot. Oh, no. That was just a really solid shot from Jeff.
I like the aggressive decision there.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at it, I don't know if the safe there is probably a low percentage safe where, you got to get pretty fortunate to not allow him to at least see the ball. So kind of picking a really good time to go aggressive there, and obviously execution was pretty good. Bill, of course, being get out or sell out player, knows absolutely nothing about safes.
And I don't play rotations. This is all new to me.
Yeah. I don't play at all, and when I do, it's definitely not rotation. So also, very little idea of what's actually going on here.
Well, as predicted, both guys seem to be settling in a little bit here, and I think we're going to get ourselves a match.
Loses the cue ball again there.
here's where all your rotation knowledge comes into play, and you just have to know when to push, have to know when to try to pocket that 9 or get it out of the way so they can't short rack you.
I think you jump the 6 and fire the 2 off the side rail towards the 9.
I would guess he's going to push to about where he's pointing his cue.
Yeah, well, that's like his opinion.
He wants to be tight on the rail. A little bit short of that, but if James wants to do anything with the bottom half of the cue ball, he's going to have to jack up, which is always makes you a little bit less accurate that way.
Yeah, especially this kind of distance between the object ball and the cue ball. I mean, you're really allowing a lot of space for the cue to get thrown off there. Gives it back to Jeff.
See what Jeff had in mind here. I think he's got room to kind of just shoot almost straight at the 2. Stop your cue ball dead there and let the 2 go 3 rails. Wind up kind of behind the 3, between the 3 and the 9.
Looks like he's going forward with whatever he's doing, but I do think that would have been an option. I think he would have missed would have ran pretty close to the 6, but
Attempts the 6-2 combo.
I think James fires at this 2-9, or you think he just shoots 2
I
straight?
think that 2 passes.
I was saying he drilled the 1 earlier.
That's true.
He's really eyeing up whatever he's got going on here.
He might be going after the 2-9. He's either, if he shoots that 2 in the corner, it's going to be pretty tough to get on the 3 real well. I think he's going to shoot it in the side. Looks like he's shooting it in the side.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
I think making the 3 here, you do have the possibility of knocking the 9 in. Yeah. It's a pretty thin
Rolls
cut.
in.
You'd have to go at it pretty hard.
I believe this will be the toughest shot for him, is to make sure he's not going to run into the 8 and 7 and mess him, get hooked on anything when he shoots the 5.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of always, every shot I take, I like to take a swing at the 9 ball at the same time, because the likelihood of me running through 9 balls consecutively is 0.
And not just the 9 ball. As many as you can get moving seems to be your MO.
Yes. Less shots I have to
Is he
take
playing
to
the
get out.
carom here?
I think he's playing the 5, but I think the 7's going to fall.
I wonder, shoot the 5 with top, make the 7, and the cue ball rolls up behind the 8.
Yeah.
It's a good shot. Favorite to get out from here for sure. Nice out by James. After Jeff had that couple game swing going back his direction, that's good for James to get one, kind of get back in control of the match. James is a hair further to the side than he was before. See if that works a little better for him. Got a ball down. That one looks like it's going to roll to a good spot. Tough shot on the side, I think.
Tough shot in the side, and I don't know if that.
I don't
think
believe that two
goes past.
passes. As long as he doesn't run into that 6, this is going to be real good. What a great shot. Great
Fantastic speed, yeah.
I think you can just stop it there for the 3.
Oh, no. And kind of leaves Jeff the ideal shot to just kind of float back up for the 3 ball, too. Jeff
Looks like he's going to spin it 2 rails. Seems a little fancier than what I'd go after. Like a drag draw where he's just killing it. Pretty good speed.
Yeah, I don't think you'd end up any worse just going forward there, do you?
I don't know. Looks like he's...
It's kind of a weird shot. Yeah, I didn't like that. But he's going to give James a equally challenging shot back.
Yeah, what do you suppose we're doing here?
I mean,
if you know your tangent line real well, I think you might be able to get between that 7 and 9. Shoot the 3 in the side.
I think you well, I don't know.
Looks like what he's gonna try. I'm pretty sure that tangent line is right through that gap. I'm pretty bad with tangent lines, so who knows?
Yeah, generally when we're at the table, we have absolutely no idea where the cue ball's going.
If people had any clue how little I knew, they'd be just impressed I could make a ball. Oh no. Jeff checking on the 8 ball, see if that goes. It's hard to say from up here, but it does look like it cuts or it goes in that other pocket in the right corner. Can't tell if that's if they're tight together.
Your tangent line was not correct, by the way.
I should have replayed that. He might have hit it a little bit thicker than... Yeah, I'm not surprised that I was off on that at all.
Oh no, Jeff. Gives it right back.
Yeah, that's not how you want to handle your ball in hand.
They're both laughing, having a good time, though, so.
Good buddies, I believe. Or at least play one on TV.
Yeah.
That 8 must only go in the left corner. Chance for James to get back to a 2-game cushion here. This is... I'll tell you what.
Go down into that 8.
Here's a difference in a play style. Is it looks like James is going to try to play back to the left side of the 7, where I would shoot that 6 like almost no angle and try to shoot that 7 in the other corner, in the left corner, And it looks like he's going to try to shoot the 7 in the right corner. A lot of the guys that play real well, you know, doesn't matter their play style as long as they're committed to it and they know what they want to do. A lot of them play, you know, a little bit different here and there.
I think he's set up
Yeah.
nice here. Just kind of float down to the end rail. And follow it straight
Yeah.
through to the backside for the 9.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
That's absolutely brutal.
Yeah, that's
That's a tough one. He's got to shake that one off immediately. And Jeff should feel very fortunate to be
yes.
tied again. You know?
You know, as long as I've been playing with Jeff, I don't know if I've ever seen him do that. Ball in hand, just back it up right into the side.
You should play with him more. Lucky he makes them all.
Oh, let's see here. What mental tools does Jeff use under pressure? None. Shows.
He told me he applies the LOD method.
Lots of drinks.
Yep. Lots of drinks.
If he could compete at a high level in any other sport, what would it be? Take a guess, Bill.
Darts?
Road course racing. Just the
Oh my
most
goodness.
terrifying 20 minutes of my life.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to ride with Jeff around Road America and talk about edge of your seat. Just nearly out of control.
I mean, Doug was having the time of his life, but I
Yeah.
think it's also because Doug, I don't know if he's not much of a
Jeff
race
with
fan.
another successful break here. Yeah, if I had one thing in my life I'd ever take back, it's going around Road America with
Good
Jeff as the
grief.
driver.
just absolutely stab the brakes in the middle of a corner and hope for the best.
All right. Can you cut that one on the side?
Oh boy, it's tight. What's the reward for making it? You know, you're gonna kind of send the cue ball in over by the.
Yeah, there's not much for
Over
the
by
problem
the
is
8?
there's no place to play safe. Well, it cuts it in, no issue.
But
And
that's
now we've got an issue.
About the worst you could hope for. There is have the 6 pop out from the rail and just bury you.
Just 2-rail kick at that 3 ball, knock it in the hole, and run out.
You know, and he put that he doesn't really have a specific reward that he gives himself after a good performance. But I will say I've watched him succeed at pool, and it is usually followed by just a couple of White Claws, you know?
I think his reward is being able to afford his bar tab.
That's pretty accurate.
All right, back to the match. Oh, just missed it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a opportunity for James to assert himself back into the lead. Shake off the 9 ball from last rack.
And to get out here, he's going to have to figure out what his plan is for the 6. I'd imagine 6-8 combo is probably going to be the route he's looking at. It definitely has to get
I think he's in a good spot here where he can roll that 5 in and be pretty much straight on the 6.
Yeah, he's got to get real good on the 6, or he's gonna. He might be able to play rail first with the 6 and swing it over if he gets a little bit of an angle on the 6. But
There it is. That's good. That's
That
that's
is
really
perfect.
good speed, yeah. Speedy, that was with his previous 300. Guy's a lifetime buyer of the same car. Which remarkably has the same options. He's got his brand new one, but it's got the same options as my 2011, pretty much.
consistency.
Yeah.
There's always comfort in consistency.
I think he does here. Draw it to the rail and back out. Yeah, I like that. As far as, letting your stroke out a little bit.
I mean, unless you just really, really, oh boy, you rattled that one.
Wiped its feet off on the way in.
Unless you really, really just let loose on that, you can hit it a lot harder than what perfect is, and quite a bit softer than what perfect is, and still end up with a pretty good shot drawing it off that rail like that.
Looks like he's starting to loosen up a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them seemingly, or seem to have a pretty short memory for previous shots here, because they're, both still coming with shots even after the little misses and things like that.
Yeah, his new one's pretty fancy. He won't let me touch anything in it though. I can ride in it, but I pretty much got to be, wrapped in saran wrap so I don't get any dust or anything in it. I'm probably lucky he even lets me ride in the thing.
I haven't even gotten to take a ride in it yet, so I feel pretty low on the totem pole.
James with a successful break, but no shot at the 1. Do you think you just roll this? He's kind of looking towards that left long rail. Just roll it there, leave it on the rail, and let Jeff take a stab at that 1-4 combo.
I don't know if you want to give a shot like that.
He's looking like he's gonna just roll it to that diamond. My only thing with that is, I don't want to say the safe is easy, but I think that gives him a pretty good safe opportunity. Interesting.
This is right back where he started. I think Jeff's got to give this back, right? I mean, he put the ball back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think he hit that a little firmer than he wanted to.
Yeah. So now what do you do?
I'm going airborne here.
He's got the short cue out. That is a mile between what he's jumping and.
Gets a good hit.
Great shot.
Well, could be worse.
Do you play the 1 into the side? Or do you play the 1-7 and hope that the 7 or the 1 doesn't drop?
Yeah, that's always the problem. Because if you're going to play that 1-7, you have to play it like that 1's going to drop. It doesn't drop. But I think he can play basically a stop shot on the 1 and make the 2 from there. I think. I don't know for sure.
I think he just wants to get tight against that rail.
Otherwise, cut it thin and let your let your cue ball come all the way up to the end rail where he's at. Or get over there. That'll work.
I just draw back out for the 3 ball.
I would think two rails back out.
Coming back to the backside.
And with a draw, you have a chance of hitting it.
Well, that's
Try not to be on the 5.
Oh,
huh?
Jeff.
Oh boy. Oh buddy.
Boy, he really hit that a lot too hard. He's not happy with himself.
Over about a half ball here. He's a pretty proficient jumper, so I'm surprised he's not grabbing the short cue here.
Yeah, for a guy that'll jump his own ball in 8 ball, I am surprised he's not going for the short cue here.
Oh, making the walk
Coming back for it.
Back to the dugout to grab a new weapon.
What's going on table 8 there? Oh boy.
Close hit. The Sunday mini here in full swing. 8 ball today, I think.
Yes.
10 ball on Friday, 8 ball on Sunday, 9 ball on Monday. We weren't here early enough to catch the count, but I would assume there's 20 something per usual. Jeff fouls. Didn't clear the 5 ball.
Yeah.
He did tie it up a little bit where James will have to make sure he's on the right side of it, but I don't foresee that being an issue at all.
I think Jeff is, I don't think he'll be real happy with that because he definitely had the opportunity to get out there.
That's why the Making Money Jeff nickname's never stuck. Making Money Martin. Nice shot by James. I think he might be able to just play this, like kind of stun it, shoot that 8 in the side. So he's not having to do much with the cue ball. There it is. That's a good shot. Confident stroke from him, for sure. Good out by James.
To go back up by 2. Do you think this shirt size question is public knowledge, or should I keep that to ourselves?
Size, big guy. All 7 wins due to a miss foul by Jeff. These are some pretty interesting stats. Jeff being a big numbers guy, I think he'll really take him to heart. That 5 ball to sneak in for James.
No real way to attack the 1 here. Could take a swing at the 9 ball here.
I think that 6 might be kind of in the way for that. Are you thinking like carry it up? Like off the 1, off the rail?
Off the 1, off the rail.
I think the 6 might be in the way of that, but I could be wrong. He's gonna leave Jeff in a tough spot though.
Yeah, Jeff's got to figure something out here because that 2-9's pretty tasty with the 9 being that close to the pocket.
I think you could almost try to bank that 1 into the corner by the 9. Nothing else, maybe scramble things up down there a little bit.
At least knock the 9 against the rail, maybe. I think best case scenario, if you don't make it, is to knock the 9 to the short rail.
What do we have in mind? I think he's going to try to get behind the 8. Bank the 1 up towards the right pocket. Cue ball behind the 8.
Well,
Pretty
that's
good speed.
about as good as you can hope for there.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, James came up to the table with a short cue right away.
I think he's just got to clear the edge of that 8. If he's going to cut that 1 on the side, I don't think he's got much of it to clear.
That is a tight cut, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure, but that's what he's after. I'm just looking like a 1 rail kick instead. Check that. Back to the jump cue. All right. Jeff gets ball in hand here. Do you think he goes 2-9 combo?
You know, 4 to the 6 isn't bad.
If that 9, if that 2's got a full pocket there, I could see him trying to run out. If it doesn't go, you might as well shoot that 2-9. Well, stat for the pool stat guys, that's 100% failed jumps for this match.
No. James's first one, the long one, didn't he get a good hit?
Oh man, you're right.
You are not much of a stat guy.
No. I was really doing something.
He's got to be going for the 2-9 here. I can't tell if that 2 goes in clean or not.
If it goes clean, I think he's shooting it. It's a good position play on the cue ball. Keep it behind the 6, not give anything up to James. See if James can kind of kick and stick here, put some distance between the 2 and the cue ball. Oh, almost made it.
Almost made it.
I really thought he was going to try to hit that pretty full, try to push the 2 ball up table. Certainly Jeff has to get out here.
Yeah, kind of at another point in the match where Jeff letting this one drop would not be great. I mean, still, we're just halfway through the match. But
Do himself any favors there, parking it on the rail like that.
if you're not going to make it hard for yourself, where are you going to make it hard for?
Yeah, nobody's ever been impressed watching people run out with no issue. Tough shot. A little bit of an angle. He's trying to do something with the cue ball on top of trying to shoot a ball tight on the rail, you know?
Yeah.
I think James just go end rail. I really spun that. Really drew it. I was thinking you just go straight to the end rail and back out, kind of like by the head spot.
Yeah, going at it this way, you kind of your speed's got to be pretty good because he rolls much further there, and I think the 7 is making things a little tough. But even with the full ball, the 4 is you got to come up with a good shot for the 4 here.
Is he shooting it to the right hand corner?
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna go long rail, end rail, and out. Judging by the inside English. Oof. Might make it anyway. All right, here's your decision. Which side of the 8 ball do you want to be on?
I think you can just
I think he's gonna spin this at like drag draw he did before that you were unimpressed with. I think he's gonna try that to get not a super steep angle on the 7, but get something so you can come across the table and have a angle on the 8 so you can play 2 rails back to the 9. Nope. Surprising to me that he did that. Played it that way.
7 here.
I think you can shoot this in, control your speed a little bit so you're not like way off angle. Shoot it into the rail. Go sit down and let James have his turn.
Yeah. I like that he went forward there instead of trying to draw to the rail, but just a bit too hard. I think ideally there you kind of end up even with the 8 ball.
Yeah, I think that's more the angle he was after. But the angle James has on the 7, it's kind of up to him where he winds up with the cue ball. No real dangerous scratching, so you just pick a spot you want to be and get into that zone.
Comes out nice. He does look
I think
pretty
just
straight on this 8, but I think he should be able to just draw back up.
Yeah, I think he's got a hair of an angle going towards the left side of the table. Yeah, just a straight draw shot and you'd be all right. Perfect. Absolutely perfect speed. Extends the lead to 3 games. Excuse me.
James has actually brought out his break cue this time. Like it looked like he's about breaking with his playing cue earlier.
Was he? I didn't even notice that.
It's the details, Bill.
That's why we got you here. successful, bro.
Oh no.
That's the last thing we wanted to see there.
We've said it a lot that Jeff needs to win here, but this is one where Jeff's kind of, ball in hand, open rack. He's got to.
This one, I'll give Jeff a little bit of leeway here. This is a little bit tough. Your 4 to the 5 for sure is your key shot. So you do have to play, some pretty tight position from the 3 to the 4 to get on the 5, right?
Got to be looking to come
He's-
one rail and back out.
And I would say he's going to want to be, almost straight, but just a hair of an angle going to the right side of the table. On the 4. Anything but behind the 6. I don't know if you could ask for much better than that. Unless that. The only thing here is if that side pocket's in the way. If he's gonna draw it, that he doesn't draw into it or draw into the rail. Draw into the point of the side pocket. It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Kind of his option here. I think he can play some left on it. Just play the 6. Play for the 6 on the right side.
Hit kind of a tweener there,
Yeah.
speed wise.
A little more pace would have been easier, but still a very makeable ball for him. Speaking of dead straight,
Might use.
I want to see something here. Good solid stroke.
Great speed.
Jeff to 6. This guy making sure he cuts through the roped off arena. Good job, buddy.
At least he waited between racks.
Cuts through there to get to somewhere you could have walked around it.
Looks like he's drinking some coffee to get it all figured out here, so headed in the right direction at least. The same, right?
Mhm.
I will say I think Jeff's been having a little more success on the break than James has had.
I would agree. He seems to have it figured out. Just like that.
That's the one. Good look at the 2. I think everything has a home. It looks like the 4 and 6 broke up just enough for the 4 to go past, maybe, maybe not. Hard to say.
This will be the toughest shot for sure.
Drills it
Ooh, don't get stuck on that 4.
right over the top. Look of utter disappointment on Jeff's face when he goes and stands at the end of the table. Same, Jeff.
I can't tell if that 4 passes. It sure looks close from the camera angle we got.
Yeah, boy,
Doesn't have to do much with that 3. He's just got to roll it in.
Well, if the 4 doesn't pass, it's not Jeff's problem anymore, so.
Judging by how quickly James looked at it, I don't think there's any issue there. Looking at the actual table, it looks like a lot more of a gap there than what it shows on the screen here.
How would you like to be able to control your jaw stroke like James does? I mean,
What would be
his,
the fun in that?
his speed on the draw stroke is just light years beyond what I can do. Oh, yeah. Kind of a...
I think he would have liked a little bit more out of that. He's all right yet. I think he can manipulate his cue ball not to hit that 8. They're going to see one of those insane steep angle scratches in the side there for a second.
He's kind of got to come up with something here. He's
Yeah, I
pretty
was gonna
straight.
say
He's
he's
got to
off-
figure out how to get...
Awfully straight. If he can draw up above the side pocket, I think he's fine. Basically anywhere from that first diamond after the side pocket, he's fine. Looks like he's going forward, though. He's going to have to hammer this pretty good. Oof. Hit it really good, just a little bit too good, I think.
A little more or a little less, and he's okay there, but...
As close as he's been to making a couple of these kicks, I wouldn't be surprised to see this go in. With the 8 ball right there, I mean, he can, if he makes it, he's going to be in a good spot, I think.
I'm just like slightly too fat for this chair. My thighs are hanging off the sides.
Sorry, your
And my legs are just not long enough.
Does it lower at all?
And if it lowers, I can't see the table, Bill.
You got a screen right in front of you. We're supposed to be commentating off the screen anyway.
Whatever.
First time in the booth, huh?
Yes. Used to being down there struggling my way through 1 or 2 racks.
Oh,
no.
Oh, man.
A
Is
little,
that
love, little love from James there after the miss.
Is that the second or third time he's hung a ball like that? That is
That's gotta be-
unbelievable.
That's got to be the 3rd time. I
Oh.
mean, when he's hanging them
Yeah.
deep too, so it's... Oh,
Guy kicks like a mule.
so what do you do here if you're Jeff?
I'll tell you, I don't like anything but trying to just like a stop, maybe draw it a half a ball back. Just like that. That's great. That's a really good shot. That's that draw control. You know, that's a big part of the game that a lot of people don't take into account is it's not always just drawing it as hard as you can. It's that, you know, half a ball back, ball and a half back, something like that.
Doesn't look like it, but that was, you know, a very intricate out. You got to play 2 really great shots to give yourself a chance at the 9 there, and Jeff did a real good job with it.
That's the strenuous practice schedule he's been on getting ready for this match.
Yep.
Told us today he's been putting in 40 hours a week on the table. Past 6 weeks. No excuses for any misses here.
Yeah. for a guy that's got a 9-foot table in his basement, you'd think he'd play a lot more.
Like a 9-foot table for taking pictures of cues to sell.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, what's going on?
Didn't even see that.
You know, that's your responsibility, but here we are. I'll do your job as well.
Another successful break by Jeff.
Randy Parlick says Jeff racks the same each time.
I believe both guys are doing that.
Yes. And has there been a run yet? I
No.
don't think there's been a break and run yet. I think if one of them catches the gear and starts doing it, maybe the other one starts questioning, but that's a good shot by Jeff, but it's got to
He's gonna wind
not
up in
go
a bad
right.
spot.
Boy. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate to go through probably a ball and a quarter size hole. Maybe a ball and a half. That's kind of how it goes, though, you know. All you got to do is run into something down here, and every time you manage to just weasel it through. Ooh.
And I don't think he's going to like the results of this one.
Do you think with ball in hand you look at the short rack? And you're pretty much doing a
No,
like a
absolutely not.
draw drill here. He looked at it.
Maybe if the 9 ball's closer to the pocket.
I go 3-9.
I'm sure you do.
I'm a sub 500. I go 3-9 every time. I don't get anywhere near making it, but it's what I'm shooting at.
Yeah, pretty straightforward here. The 1 pocket drill. A little bit straight here. You might go 6-8, 6-9 here.
I'd like to see him draw all the way back down to the end rail and back out. I think he's got the stroke for it.
Do you go forward and shoot it in the side? No, 6-9, I
6-9.
believe.
Drilled it.
Another good one by James. Makes the score 9-7.
This is Jeff telling James we're not taking breaks today.
Talking out there.
Yeah. James, can you hurry up and win? Coleman didn't bring his glasses.
They're gonna be home by dark. Mom says we gotta be home. James moved his key ball back in off the rail a little bit. Try break. He just can't seem to get a consistent break working for him. No easy task here for Jeff to make that one without scratching. I think he got to hit a little fat. Pretty solid shot from that position.
They went to tighter pockets on this table, correct? It was a brand new table, not too long ago.
I have no idea.
I do believe that when they replaced the table, they went to tighter pockets. At least that's the excuse I'm going to use for Jeff.
I thought they went to 5-inch pockets. From the 4 to the 5 here, if he can get right on that, I think he's going to be in a good spot. You play 2 rails here. Four-inch pockets, says Randy. That's probably why some of these balls are spitting out that we're not expecting to see.
That great speed from Jeff there. Too good.
A little straight.
Another one of those ones where he's going to kind of have to come up with something a little special. Probably a little more power he was hoping for. Maya says, "Come on, cool Jimmy." You know, Jeff mentioned that his nickname was Cool Jimmy, and both of us,
I just assumed he was trying to get us in trouble
just
here.
trying to set us up to be, just have horrible things said about us.
You think Maya's in on it?
Ugh, that just be terrible.
Jack up and draw back out here.
Or
I like that. That's actually
yeah, with how straight he was, I mean, can't really ask for much more. And then where the 7 is, you can almost end up anywhere on the table and be all right. Almost.
gotta make that 6 ball though.
You do. I think he's pretty fortunate to end up behind
gets
that
a-
8 there.
Gets a roll for sure.
Orange pockets, I think, would probably take me a week to win 14 games. If I was playing myself.
Yeah. Without a doubt. You thought you struggled on the 9-footer. It's gonna kick 1 rail at this. Is he going 2 rails behind it? Gotta be 1 rail, right?
I don't know. I don't really like 1 rail. Oh no. It's unfortunate. Just left in a real tough spot by Jeff there.
Yeah. Not because of anything Jeff did other than miss. Should be careful in case I ever have to play a match here and you guys commentate for me.
Yeah, we're still waiting for you to sign up for that Kings match.
Can't afford it. My ego can't take that kind of a hit either.
You got to figure you put up more of a fight. You'd put up more of a fight than I did against Larry Neville when I played him. He beat me like 15-3 or 15-2, something like that.
Yeah. Highlights of that match where you almost ran a rack.
I did almost run a rack.
Ooh, Jeff.
He's
Left himself a toughie.
gonna have to go forth and back, as they say. A little bit of
If he makes this, though, he's going to be walking around like he's king of the world.
oh,
Nice shot. Just to pull within one.
yeah. That 8-ball is one of those shots that I have a hard time committing to because I'm always so terrified I'm gonna scratch. Part of that being no knowledge of where the cue ball's going. And the other part, obviously, being my inability to pocket the 8-ball in the first place. But when you're Money Make Martin, shots like that, easy peasy.
9-8 in favor of Jim yet. Could be a bigger lead for James had it not been for a couple of bad rolls off of Jeff's misses.
Yeah, I mean he's hung some balls deep in pockets. Has definitely given Jeff a few more shots at the table than I expected, having watched Jimmy last couple of weeks.
Dry break for Jeff. Well, how confident are you here? Shoot the one, 4 rails back down onto the 2, short rack them, all done. You'll see a safe on the 1 ball here. Ooh, he wanted that cue ball behind the 2 for sure.
I think he uncovered it just enough too. I kind of like playing, your 1 into the 2 with the intention of wrapping the 1 ball back up table.
I think I like a little bit thinner on the 1, same speed. Cue ball's right behind the 2, 1 ball's still down there, tough to hit. Right idea, just a little bit thicker than I think he intended to hit it.
Yeah, I think my issue with shooting that shot is, if it doesn't turn out well, you're left right there. If you try and wrap the cue ball back down to the other end of the table, there's distance, Oh. I think I would have liked to see him try and roll forward a little bit there instead of back into the 2.
This will be a shot here. Jacked up, spin it back.
Oh boy.
I thought he was going to hang that for a second.
Yeah. First I thought he was going to hang it.
I think he goes rail first at the combo. I mean, obviously rail first at something, but does he attack the combo or does he go deeper and try to play the 3, off the 9?
Boy, I don't know. I think if you try to play one rail, I think you're running a big risk of scratching in the corner. Just off the face of the 3 to get the 9 to cut in. So I think I don't even know. That would be my concern with trying to swing at the combo off the rail is I feel like you're definitely flirting with the corner pocket.
Can he see the edge of that 3 ball between the 6 and the 4? Is that what he's looking at?
He's gotta.
That would be a pretty good stroke of luck if he's hit a window there. Golly.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, wow, that's pretty fortunate that he
Surely played that on purpose. James is going to take a player break here.
yeah, I never even thought that he would have been close to being able to squeeze through there, but
Tie ball game after 18 games.
I almost didn't recognize Mason. I haven't seen him in person without all his hair.
I did shorten it up a little bit, huh?
Yeah, just about a quarter inch or so.
Looks like a whole new man.
So, how much practice are you going to need to get you for the Kings match?
Oh boy.
I gotta figure you need more playing than the 0 you're doing currently.
Yeah, my current schedule doesn't really allot for much pool playing time.
It sounds mostly made up.
You know, if I can play for like 2 months straight, I'd probably be like semi competent. The problem for me is when I don't have much confidence, I just play worse than usual. So like right now, when I play a tournament, I have 0 confidence. I dog a lot of shots, and I just really don't want a lot of people seeing that, you know?
Maybe that's the spark you need. Just a bunch of people watching.
To get just
get in your head and think, boy, I really can't mess this up
Yeah.
too bad, or people are going to think that I'm foolish.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help me at all. I mean, I would absolutely love to play at some point, but right now is not that point.
It would be nice to come over here and get absolutely torched by Giles.
I've had some luck against him in the past.
Yeah? One of those guys?
I mean, he's definitely like anytime we play, he's gonna be the favorite by far. But I actually snuck past him in the Masters 8 ball. Would have been a couple years ago. Caught him early in the morning. Not in his rhythm yet. It was his first match of the day.
You know, when Jeff makes a ball, he's generally got a shot. And
Another
every
dry
time he
balls.
breaks it dry, there's just nothing home.
This is a pretty touchy rack here.
3 and 8's kind of funny. Because if you take on the combo, the 3's going over by the 4. By the 4 down to the rail by the 7. I think that's the big issue is the 3 and 8. Everything else you're kind of, I have a hard time going back and forth up the length of the table, and that's kind of where they're at now with the 1 down here and the 2 up there and the 3 up there, 4 and 5 back down this way.
Jimmy's going to kick at that 1. Gets a good hit.
I don't know if Jeff's got the full ball there.
I
He might be hooked by the corner a little bit.
I thought he was out from that.
Hard to tell. Overhead looks like he might be hooked by the corner, but the other view definitely looks like, yeah, he's got the full ball. Looks like.
Mhm.
Looks like he's gonna hammer it in the side. That's a good shot. I mean, ideally here, I think he wants to pretty much be on the side rail by the 3. Because he's almost going to have to follow it in. You know what I'm talking about?
I think.
Because if he plays the combo, the 3's naturally going to start falling towards the 7.
Yeah. I think you don't have to play at 100 miles an hour and you'll be all right.
I think you do.
You might play at 100 miles an hour and wind up pushing it like that. That's can't ask for much more. Get right on the 4 and you're should be out. This is this is something he's had a little bit of an issue with is the speed, playing that from the pocket out to a ball.
Yeah, that's hard because he's, again, really straight on this 4 ball.
Partially belly hooked here, so he's got to stretch.
Yeah, as I've separated myself from exercise the last few years, I'm starting to notice the effects of getting belly hooked, and it's almost enough to make you start working out,
Got to slow down. Doesn't want to wind up too straight here.
I have to spin it pretty good, I think, here.
Draw it and go 3 rails back to the 7. Or if you hit it not good, you can 2 rail it right in the corner. Sure, he would have liked it a little further off the rail than that.
Yeah, definitely makeable ball.
What's your preference here? Roll it in and take what you get, or hit it with some speed and go to the top rail and back?
I would try and go to the top rail and back. Jeff's first lead of the day.
Comes at 10-9. Got a real barn burner here.
Yeah, seems like that break didn't hurt him too bad. Comes out, that's a fairly decent out there to kind of get a little confidence moving forward. I know he ended up a little long on the 6, so he got a little straight and ended up a little short getting on the 7, but making those shots, gotta feel pretty good about it.
Makes the 2 ball.
Slowed his breakdown a little bit there, I think, to try and gain a little bit more control on the cue ball. Last couple have kind of gotten away from him.
Wonder if you can see enough that 1 to cut it. Cut the 1. Carry him the 9 in. Missed the 1 completely. James with a chance here to get back even, shoot a couple balls in, get back in stroke.
I think be looking at a short rack here. Ends up about perfect. It pretty much just play a 3-ball straight.
I think you can hit this with a little pace too. So if he misses it, the 3 ball winds up behind the 6, or with the 6 between the 3 and the cue ball. Oh, no.
Hangs it.
He hung it.
What do you think about Jeff? One rail kick, the 3 into the 9.
I think that's what I'm doing with it.
I mean, if he could see enough to cut it, I think that would be the obvious solution, because
Yeah,
your 3, 4, 5 is.
I don't think it's that bad if you could see it. But even to jump it, I think is harder than the kick here.
Again, he's going to want to play it pretty hard, so if he misses the 3-ball, clears. Not like that.
All the bad luck he's had, he's a good roll for James. Tie it back up 10 to 10. James has moved back towards the side rail again. He's been kind of fishing for a good spot. One in the side.
8 in the side.
There's a rack to get going here. This is the one.
Oh, no. Leaves Jeff a very thin cut on the 2-ball. But I think if he makes this 2, he's sitting pretty good. 5's in a good spot to transition from one end of the table to the other. A nice shot.
Pretty good start. He does like getting as close to dead straight on these balls as he can.
What Rob Hovick always say? 10 degrees. 10-degree cuts, you can end up anywhere on the table.
Needs that to slow down a little bit. Be all right there.
Just cleared the 7. It looked. Ooh.
I think he's gonna be partially jacked up. Looks like he can queue. All right.
Make sure he takes care to not run into the 9 here.
This shot to go up 11-10.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, tough miss on the 2 by James.
Boy, that gal over there throwing darts looks like an absolute liability.
Just trying to have some fun.
Do not give her the metal tips. Good grief. Just a lot more movement than I'm used to seeing in a dart thrower, you know?
I don't know what you're doing here with the camera views.
Yeah, boy, Patrick was right having it, having the camera stare right down Broadway while they're while they're racking is very unbecoming.
They got it figured out. Yeah, Sean, that's my brother Coleman.
Ooh.
3 ball down for Jeff.
One came out nice. 2 ball. 2 ball's a problem. I think
You can get behind that off the 1. Well-
pretty touchy speed wise, but I think he can get there.
Looks like he's gonna go for it. Gonna run square into it and rolled out really nice for him.
Yeah, couldn't really ask for much more from that. He's got to get fairly good on this 4 ball. At least I know I do. I have a hard time shooting one ball past the other one unless I'm have a pretty good look at it. Could be all right there.
Yeah, the only thing you have to be careful of here is that you don't hit the 5. Hit the rail first, then the 5 with the 4, and push the 5 away from the pocket. Leave yourself kind of in a weird spot with your cue ball.
What do you do with the 6 here?
Play position on it. Shoot your 5 like you're trying to hit the 8 ball with your cue ball. Biggest thing that helped my game is aiming for something. I'm trying to get to a spot here. My thought is I'm playing to hit that 8 ball. It's a really nice shot by Jeff.
And
Really
turned
good.
out a little funny. He's gonna have the 8-ball in his strokes, but he's able to get around it pretty easy. Oh no.
A little fat. Time for James to punish him for that.
That would have been a
Would
that was a
have
big ball there.
Is that our first break and run? Would have been.
Yes. Yet to see one. I don't know. I think personally, having the balls and stuff rattle, I think I would have tried to get a little more out of that cue ball.
Yeah, this is a long shot. Hit it real good though.
Absolutely drills it. Yeah, but that's the other part of it, going back to that shot. Because you know you're gonna make it. Oh boy. Did you see that?
Uh-uh.
Just almost hung the 9 again.
Oh.
Like clip the short rail a little bit. I kind of thought about it before dropping there.
Got ourselves a race to 3. Better break for James.
And the 3 ball comes in.
He might be able to see the edge of that 1 ball.
Look out that way. Do you think he can? Do you think he can see it if you look out that way?
I think so. I really do. Overcut it.
Yeah, the big one here is going to be with how straight we are, the 1 to the 2, but the 1's close enough you can kind of cheat it pretty good. But the 2 to the 3 is going to be the key to this one, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you almost got to be looking to get right where he was pointing there, basically down to the diamond in that line. Get back down to the end rail with it. Here you go. How good's your draw stroke here? Yeah. A lot of spin. I wonder if he can just bank that 3.
Hopefully it doesn't bank as short as the 9-footer I was playing on earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, the table is the problem. Nice
Drills
shot.
it. It was a very good shot.
Let his cue ball get away from him a little bit, but I think he's still in all right shape.
Yeah, he can either kind of
Looks like he's gonna try to kill it with some inside. Overcut it.
That hurts.
Did he? He didn't hook James on that, did he?
No. No, I think he's got enough room there.
Couple of testers right in a row for James. Knock this one down. He's got to be feeling pretty good then. Great shot. Speed on that was great.
He'll just kind of roll forward here a little bit.
Oof. That one threatened to stay up too.
James pulls back ahead.
Think this one goes to the hill?
It's hard to say.
You'll tell me in 4 more games.
Yes. Either way, I think we get done just about in time for nap time on the ride home.
Must be napping already. I haven't changed the camera angle in 3 games. Reuben sandwich has me out of my element. Try break for James. 2's in a funny spot. 6 is in a funny spot. I predict James is going to see the table again.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jeff play for a safe here. You know, that's something we haven't really seen either player do, is play into a safe.
To be completely fair, a lot of the racks have been open though, where it doesn't really lead into a safe. I think he goes after this Trombo.
No.
296 Trombo.
I don't think there's... I mean, you got to hit that 9 so thin across the face of the 6. Is the risk worth the reward?
That 3's in a funny spot too now.
Yeah, Jeff definitely hasn't done himself any favors here. That's a good one.
There you go.
You think this is maybe where Jeff goes for a 3 fall? If he gets one here, the next one's pretty easy.
Nice hit by James. Left Jeff a shot, but didn't give up ball in hand. He broke up to 6-9. So that's going to play into Jeff's favor.
I think the 3 is far enough past that side pocket where he'll be all right.
If not, I'm wondering if it goes past the 8. cue ball's going to go past the 8.
Jeffrey. It's that 9-foot power. Bring your 9-foot power to a 7-foot table, you know? So what do you do here? Push the 8 into the 3.
It's kind of what it looks like he's looking at that. Looks like he's going to kick at it, but maybe the 8 into the 3 is not such a bad play. Gotta be careful not to hit it short here and scratch off it. Ooh, really good speed. Looks like it's going to be touchy to get past the 5, but I think he can get like past the 5 and kind of get under the 7 ball.
I think the 7 bumped it over. He's pretty much be able to go at it. I wonder if that 3 is frozen, though. Jeff's thinking about it.
Here's where I get that get out or sell out mentality.
Take it all the way up past the 8.
Yeah, I mean, if it passes, I'm shooting it. If it doesn't pass, I don't really know where to play shape, so I might try to bank it. Oh
Boy.
my goodness, what a roll for Jeff.
James with a bit of a spurt there, you know. Do you think if Jeff loses, I deny him Chipotle?
I deny him anyway.
That's fair. Boy, this is, what do you do here? Either way you go, you kind of gotta really hope for a roll that.
Yeah, I mean, either way you go, like you said, you got to kind of hope for a roll. So I like going that way, where it's a lot more. I don't want to see a guaranteed hit, but like the percentage a little better than going one rail at it, like you're trying to make it in the corner pocket. It's
Rails a
by
combo.
Jeff.
I think he's gonna have to. I think his angle's kind of going into the 4, so he's gonna have to draw it a little bit.
I think he's just playing top on it. He can draw it straight across here, I think.
Yeah.
Starting to get into that high pressure situation, and he doesn't seem to be on the LOD method right now.
No.
Just barely sneaks past it.
A little funny.
Yeah.
So he's going away from where he wants to go. he's got a good confident stroke, he could take it 3 rails and come back for the 6.
I think you can play, just a hair of bottom on it, just to avoid the scratch and let it roll. You got, better
Just
than,
take the longer shot on the 6.
yeah, a little better than half the table he can be and still see the 6.
I think he gears up for 3 rails here.
Only time will tell.
I'd sure like to see it.
Well, you got your wish. Pretty good speed on it, too.
He's going to end up a little thin on the 7, but
If he really wants to, he could run into that 9 and use it like a stopper.
perfect.
Just to tie it up for Jeff.
Really solid out by Jeff there. Tied up at 12. They got to be kind of getting towards the end of their Sunday mini here. Don't see many folks still playing.
Looks like we got about 2 matches or 3 matches now. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Let's see what Jeff can get going on the break here.
Feet hung up on him. James will have first stab at it.
Yeah, I didn't really hit that rack full. A lot of spin on the cue ball.
Nice shot by James.
No. Kind of backfire flyers here. I'll learn a little English.
I think he'll be all right because that 3 goes on the side.
Oh boy.
I think he went a little. Either needed to go a little further or less far. Wound up in about the only spot he can't really do anything with it. 1 rail kick on the side.
Cross side. Yeah, just a hair off on pace either way. A little faster and he's good, a little slower and he's good.
It's a good hit.
didn't really
It's
turn
the
out.
5 and not a great spot.
So you can let loose with another, send the cue ball through rails again.
I think you gotta send it 4 if you're gonna let loose.
Oh,
here.
yeah. So you had to come off the side rail down here by the 4.
Yeah.
I think the 5's not in the worst spot. So I do think it goes past with plenty of room to spare, judging by my angle here.
Yeah, it goes. You can combo the 8 with it. You still got to get to a spot where you can make that shot.
A lot of bottom. He was
Wonder
trying
if
to
he's
come
gonna-
short of the 9. That's a good
There's
shot.
A shot. So do you think you do spin it with some right off the long rail, off the end rail, and to the right side of the 5?
No.
Boy, tight squeeze.
You know, I think he'll be all right here. It's a tight cut, and he's going to have to let the cue ball go a little bit. Worst case scenario, the 5 hangs.
I think maybe he just banks to get the 5 behind the 9.
Oh, no.
No. I don't think that was the outcome he wanted. Really, the only bright side for him is that 5 hung. So James doesn't just have 6, 7, 9. He's at least got to play out of that corner pocket. So you can just roll this in with a little top. Oh, he could have
Ouch.
used a little more gas on that.
He just,
Okay.
wait, that's...
Is he banking this? Oh, what a
yeah.
shot. What a great shot.
Has to come up with another one here.
One more good one and he's on the hill.
That was a fantastic shot.
Yeah.
Never even questioned it either. Just got down and... Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Gives up ball in hand. That hurts.
Yeah, that's brutal.
I figure after the 7 ball, I thought he was going to go for the bank there.
Yeah, that was a super tough cut.
I mean, at that point, you pretty much got to just knock the paint off it and hope for the best. Because I mean, you're sending the cue ball again.
Yeah. All right, Jeff breaking on the hill.
You think he gets his first run of the day?
Why start now?
Yeah. This guy on... guy on table 7 just very blatantly hit one of the balls with his hand. But he's still shooting, so we're okay. He could also just be playing himself at this point. Let's see if Jeff's got a special one here.
A special dry one.
James cannot see the one.
I don't think he can.
I'm looking down it, and he cannot.
Dead hooked. See, Speedy's still hanging around through your terrible commentary.
You're kind of supposed to just be dragging me along here. I don't know anything about pool. I'm a sub 500. You play in the Master Division. You're supposed to be dragging me through this, Billy.
Oh, tie up on the 4? Oh, what a shot. Oh, can I see
think
that?
I don't know. I think he can see it. I think if you look out at the table, I think he can see it.
It's hard to see. I'm staring down the barrel of it. I think he could cut it up the table. I don't think he can make it in the side. I could be dead wrong, too.
This is one where if he can see it, I'd like to see him just really... Like, there's no way that he can see it to make it in the side, right?
It's close. It's really close.
But if he can't make it in the side, it'd be nice to see him just, take a minute and really figure out a good safety.
He can see it in the side.
Drills it. Tim Clark said you're not great in the booth, Billy. This is kind of a touchy one. I think he hasn't had any issues with the cut like this on the side yet.
Here we are. Dead straight again.
Yeah,
I'll have to give him a pep talk on the way home about angles.
Did you see that on Ray on table 5?
Uh-uh.
Just broken. The cue ball
that
lands on
landed
the
there?
side rail. Side rail
That's
spins and dies on
what?
the side rail. Doesn't ever
Yeah.
comes back down. That was actually impressive.
You just made us miss. What did you do?
Drew it right back into the 8. Oh, nope. Went forward.
Rolled it right into the 8. Tisk, tisk.
Yeah, this definitely seemed like one of the better laid out racks.
Yeah.
And just ending up dead straight on that 3 ball was not it.
Pretty much like you got to hit it or you're going to be letting James break on the hill.
Z kick.
What do you think he's listening to in his AirPods there? Yacht rock?
Airplanes. I think you Z kick at this.
I don't think.
I think you do.
I mean, I think he's gonna, but why doesn't he just go off the long rail?
Hit it like right by the point for the side.
You guys will have to show me the arithmetic on Z banks because I don't get it at all.
Yeah, he wanted to hit right next to the point there instead of...
All right, James
No.
with a chance to get himself on the hill here. Just got to decide which side you want to play the 7 from. I like, like a stop shot here and let your cue ball drift towards the rail. And then just play your cue ball to the left side, hop the 6. Pretty natural.
Oh, wow.
You went after that.
Boy, there's a lot
Slow
of
down.
danger in that shot.
Boy, oh boy.
I don't understand that.
Keeping me on the edge of my seat, that's for sure.
That's definitely an interesting play.
Oh,
And he was
no.
point hooked. Oh my goodness. I don't know.
I don't think he meant to draw it that far.
Yeah, he was pointing between the 8 and the 8 and the 9, but
That's why I like the stop shot and let it drift to the rail. Takes all that out of it.
yeah, just drawing back up that direction at all.
I'll tell you what. Middle of the match, I'll probably shoot that. End of the match, pressure cooker situation. I'm so bad. I'm so like my stroke just gets so bad. I can't be doing stuff like that. I gotta pretty much play, as simple as possible.
Yeah, if there's an option to play straight top or straight bottom towards the end of a match, I mean that's definitely the time to do it. Obviously James is substantially better than I am as a player.
Yeah.
So he sees things much differently.
Hindsight being what it is, I think he'll look at that and maybe reconsider what he should have done. But I don't blame him. We were talking earlier about how much control he has on his draw stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one that gets away from him is the big one.
Right. All right. There you have it.
Jeff Martin, 14-12. Fantastic match by both of them. No runs, but some very, very good shooting.
Thanks for tuning in to the Mad Apple Extreme from Mad Apple Burger and Billiards on College Avenue in Appleton, Wisconsin. Tune in next week, same time. Jeff will be our
Defending
knight. We'll have a word with him on the way home, see if he can play a little better next week.
It'd be a lot more fun to watch.
Until then, have a good week.